Web-assisted, hybrid, totally online. Here at Alamance Community College, our distance learning program offers the perfect solution for you. Take a few minutes to listen to some of our online instructors and students as they give their perspectives, thoughts, and their advice on being successful with distance learning courses.
Distance learning is important to have at ACC because a lot of our students are non-traditional students, and it allows them the opportunity to juggle school with work and family and other obligations they may have out there. It provides a way for students who would love to get back in the classroom but don't feel like they have time to fit it into their hectic day-to-day schedule, and it's so exciting to have students to be able to come back to school who thought that they'd never be able to fit that into their schedule.
I think the pros for distance learning is readily available to any student, any time of day, anywhere on the globe. It doesn't matter whether you're living in North Carolina, it doesn't matter whether you're living in London. You have ample opportunity. Wherever you can plug into the internet, any Wi-Fi hotspot, you can get online.
It's very interesting to compare seated courses to online courses. Had the privilege of teaching both, and seated courses almost give you a time and place. It kind of boxes you in, whether it's a 3-hour lecture or 2 1.5-hour lectures during the week. And online courses provide that opportunity where you're not boxed in by time. It gives the students flexibility to really garner their education when they need to, when they want to. They're not limited by space, they're not limited by time. They get to fit it in their schedule, which allows a student to get their education, to really dive into the material when they feel most comfortable and ready.
The difference between a seated class and an online class is that in an online class, you really have to be so self-motivated. There is no one there to see if you show up late to your computer to read your assignment, if you're not spending that time that you should be setting aside each week for a course. You have to decide that you want to succeed in an online course and then figure out how to arrange your schedule in order to make sure that happens.
So a student taking an online course has to be mindful of reading the syllabus regularly, reading announcements regularly, keeping up with dates and deadlines, and making sure that they keep up with their work. Whereas in a seated course, I might be there to remind them, oh yes, we have this due. On an online course, it's the student's responsibility to really make sure that they understand what's going on and to ask questions.
Well, the advantage of a hybrid class is that you still get to see the teacher and ask questions and meet the other students and be able to ask them and infer what questions you have with them. And then you can do all of your own work and turn it in online, so the only thing you have to worry about is keeping up with the dates of your exams and quizzes, and then you get to have the extra time that you meet like once or twice a week with the actual teacher and the students.
Hybrid really provides the best of both worlds to education. It also provides an opportunity for those students who may not be well versed in technology and computers. They're a little hesitant, but they realize that an online type program would be beneficial in their schedules, and so maybe hybrid's that first step, dipping their toes in the water to get used to the technology, but also not to lose the in-class lecture time.
The perfect candidate for an online course has to be someone that is good at time management, someone who can motivate themselves to work, someone that can work independently without having a lot of questions along the way, and someone who's willing to do a lot of reading. Online courses tend to be more book heavy than other courses are going to be. So if you feel like you can meet those qualifications and you are the kind of student that can sit down and make themselves work, then online classes are good for you.
I think some of the biggest surprises about online classes is that students really have to write a lot and they have to read a lot. That is very important. Even when we share videos and we share demonstrations and other type of multimedia content, they still have to be able to read well and they have to be able to communicate their work and writing. So those are probably some of the biggest myths. They don't realize the amount of reading and writing that they have to do versus verbal communication.
You have to be a little bit more intuitive with an online class, so it's important that you're willing to ask those questions and that you're willing to kind of put yourself out there, even though you are in cyberspace, to reach out to instructors and get the help that you need.
The best way for students to succeed on an online class would really be just do the same thing you would do in a regular class. You know, come prepared, make sure you take notes, make sure you read the chapters you're supposed to read, make sure you do your homework.
Speaking for students that I know, you have to be detail-oriented, you have to be organized, and you have to read ahead. If you're not organized, you're not going to pass the class, or you'll pass just getting by. I feel that you have to understand the content, but you have to read ahead. You have to look at your course outline and your course schedule and go by that, because you have specific dates you have to meet.
Make sure that if you want to take an online class, that you are willing to budget your time and make schedules for yourself, because it's pretty much up to you if you succeed or not with online learning at ACC.